our primary goal is to fight crime across the District of Columbia.
Tonight on DC News Now, top brass under fire following an investigation into how DC police crimes are reported. The 13 people on leave as data shows record low numbers.
The wet weather returns for our Wednesday, followed by a cool down behind this cold front. Tracking the latest coming up.
Safety concerns about the White House construction material dumped at a historic golf course in the district.
It's a tremendous hazard. It's disgusting and it's unhealthy and it's unsanitary and it's gross.
A new report shows the soil testing positive for toxic metals.
DC Council voting yet again on the use of extended teen curfew zones, the compromises and controversies around this public safety measure.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran.
And I'm Chris Flanagan. More than a dozen members of the DC Police Department could be fired in the wake of an investigation into how crime is reported in the district. DC's interim police chief making that announcement today.
DC News Now's Ben Dennis joining us live outside of police headquarters. And Ben, included on the list are some top brass. So what more did you learn from this news conference?
Well, the findings of this investigation could be serious. However, we just don't know. That's because the interim police chief stayed tight-lipped about what this investigation found. What we do know, 13 members of the D.C. Police Department are now on administrative leave after this investigation began.
Use crime statistics every day.
D.C.'s interim police chief Jeff Carroll says an internal investigation into crime reporting practices is over after the U.S. Attorney's Office for D.C. referred the case to MPD earlier this year. He says 13 members of MPD are now on administrative leave after receiving notices they could be fired. But Carroll repeatedly avoided specifics about the probe.
MPD cannot provide specific information on the findings of internal investigations or propose adverse actions against specific members.
The investigation followed growing scrutiny over how police documented some crimes. This week, a task force tied to President Trump's executive order targeting D.C. crime pointed to incidents where reports allegedly left out key details when they involved federal agents. One involving a police chase where a federal agent fired into an occupied SUV. The issue of crime reporting even surfaced during a congressional hearing last fall. Despite the investigation, Carroll says he has confidence in current crime stats and says the department has rolled out more training and oversight measures when officers write reports and for ways crimes are classified.
One of my priorities is making sure that we have information that's reliable that we can use for deployment strategies. Our primary goal is to fight crime across the District of Columbia, and that's what we want to focus on.
Several details remain unanswered, and that includes how many days, weeks, months, or even years this investigation targeted. We also don't know the 13 names of the employees of the police department who've been placed on administrative leave and who could be fired. Another key element here, we don't know for sure if some or all of those crime numbers that these members of the D.C. Police Department are on leave for were intentionally changed. Outside of D.C. Police Headquarters, Ben Dennis, D.C. News Now.
Ben, thank you. And this is, of course, a developing story. We will be sure to bring you the very latest updates on air and online at dcnewsnow.com. We're learning more about a man a Secret Service officer shot yesterday at the National Mall. They say plainclothes officers patrolling the area first noticed Michael Marks, who appeared to have a gun. They called in other Secret Service officers who ran after him. They say the 45-year-old then took out his gun and fired at the officers, who fired back, hitting the suspect. Also caught in the crossfire, though, a 15-year-old boy who was rushed to the hospital and will be okay. They say Marks is from Texas, and they're now looking into what his intentions were. He is also at the hospital in serious but stable condition.
It is night 5, and the man on top of a D.C. bridge, you can still see here, still up there. This is Guido Rickstader, says he's protesting the war in Iran and concerns over artificial intelligence. D.C. police continuing its negotiations. Now, supporters gathered again, chanting and cheering him on. Traffic is moving, but you're not allowed to walk on the Frederick Douglass Bridge. Still unclear when the Florida man will eventually come down.
All right, we have our chief meteorologist, Jackie Lair, and we had a gorgeous day, and then night came, and we kind of shifted over to cooler and wetter conditions.
Yeah, not wet just yet.
Okay,
yeah,
but we're preparing.
Exactly. The rain will be heading in as we look ahead towards the day tomorrow. So as you're waking up tomorrow morning, likely some of that rain pushing in. So make sure you have the umbrella on hand. We do have some of those clouds, though, building in ahead of that system, and then also that breeze, too. You may have heard it in Ben Dennis's live shot there, too. That breeze is still picking up at this hour, all out ahead of our next system back out towards the Midwest, seeing a lot of rain on the map out towards, back out towards Ohio and even back out towards Indiana right now. That's headed towards our region. But out there right now, still have that breeze coming in out of the south between 10 to 15 miles per hour. Those temperatures are still quite on the mild side as well. We're still holding into those 70s right now, but these 70s, this is like our high temperatures for the day tomorrow. So tomorrow, not quite as warm as we had out there for the day today when we had those 80s, and that was likely the warmest day, so far this month. So I hope everyone got outside to enjoy it. Planning out your day tomorrow. It looks like rain will be along and west of the I-81 corridor right around 6 o'clock in the morning. But by 10 a.m., that's when that rain overspreads the region. And then the showers do become a bit more on the spotty side by about 2 p.m. So right into the early afternoon, we do see some dry times before we see a chance for some isolated thunderstorms. So I'll have more on that, the timing and how much rainfall you can expect coming up.
Jackie, thank you. New tonight, the president is pausing U.S. military escorts of commercial ships through the Strait of Hormuz. In a social media post, the president writing the mission is on hold, and the U.S. and Iran have made great progress toward a final agreement to end the war. The about-face, though, coming at the request of Pakistan, who's been trying to mediate a deal. The president first announced the efforts on Sunday, hoping to help commercial vessels navigate through the 21-mile wide choke point that normally carries 20% of the world's oil. Closer to home now, toxic chemicals found in the soil that's been dumped at the East Potomac Golf Course in the district, and that's according to new data from the National Park Service.
Yeah, the giant mound of debris is from demolition of the White House East Wing for President Trump's ballroom project. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live at the golf course there in Southwest.
And Daniel, are there health and safety concerns at this point?
There are, Susan and Chris. We talked with an environmental law professor who tells us that there's concern, especially on a windy day like today, that those toxic chemicals can be blown around. There's also concern that the soil with those toxic chemicals could seep into the Potomac River. Between October 28th and April 2nd, about 37,000 cubic yards of soil were trucked from the White House to East Potomac golf links.
It's a tremendous hazard. It's disgusting, and it's unhealthy and it's unsanitary and it's gross.
A report from Jacobs Engineering Group says certain metals, including lead and chromium, along with petroleum-related compounds and other chemicals, were detected at levels above laboratory reporting limits. But detected levels in the stockpile and Hall Road samples were similar to detected levels in the baseline samples.
It's a concern for the wildlife, possibly the water that we're drinking, and I'm not sure if it's a risk to the air that we're breathing.
George Washington University environmental law professor Robert Glicksman says it can be.
If the lead is on the ground and gets blown around by the wind, people could step on top of the soil that's contaminated with the lead or the cadmium and bring particles back into their homes. And lead is especially toxic to young children.
The same goes for asbestos, not detected in any sample, but 2 samples were inadvertently not tested and another was unusable.
Some of it could actually wind up migrating into water supplies, either surface or groundwater supplies. And you've got the Potomac River nearby.
The nonprofit DC Preservation League has sued the Trump administration, saying the dumping of the East Wing demolition here at the East Potomac Golf Course was unlawful and could be hazardous. The Interior Department, a spokesperson, says that they tested the soil multiple times through multiple parties, and it met all standards set by law. We're live in Southwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel. Meanwhile, Senate Republicans are looking to give the Secret Service $1 billion to beef up security for the future White House ballroom. A live look right now at the White House. That money is tucked into a broader package focused on funding for federal immigration agencies. Now, the bill says the Secret Service money must go toward security adjustments and upgrades. Democrats have been critical of possibly tapping taxpayer dollars for any part of the project. The president, though, has always said he would rely on private donations to fund the now $400 million project. Now, following the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting, some Republicans argue the ballroom needs greater security.
We're going to have to accommodate the times in which we live.
Well, the framework totals about $72 billion, with more than $38 billion for ICE, $26 billion for Customs and Border Protection, and an extra $5 billion for DHS. The president says he wants the funding bill on his desk by June 1st.
There is a 24-hour vigil happening right now in Maryland, all to honor the fallen police officers. The candlelight services started this morning in Montgomery County, right outside of police headquarters here in Gaithersburg. Officers have been standing watch in shifts to honor roughly 24 from the department who've died since 1952, including a police dog named Blitz. Now, next week, there is a nationwide ceremony to honor police dogs killed in the line of duty, and they include 2 from Virginia, Knox and Scout. This is video that you're going to be seeing from a ceremony back in 2024, and this year, the service will remember more than 20 police dogs from all across the country. The service is Monday afternoon over at the National Law Enforcement Memorial in the district.
Happening a week from Saturday, the Preakness Stakes, and for the first time ever, the Thoroughbreds will be racing in Laurel, Maryland. That is because a historic Pimlico racecourse in Baltimore is undergoing renovations and not able to host that event. The Preakness will be held here at Laurel Park. That event is expected to bring tons of business to the region, and Prince George's County really hoping to cash in.
We'll know afterwards, but we think that it'll be millions of dollars of impact because we know that there's a demand for hotels. We know that there's a demand for restaurants.
Well, the county executive also saying Prince George's County will host multiple events. They include a Toast to Preakness brunch on this coming up this Saturday, and also an equestrian expo for kids. That happens on race day.
I have some cuteness for you. We're going to take a live look right now at the Denali Puppy Cam here in Alaska, and you can see kind of in the right corner, they're snoozing because puppies need a lot of sleep right there by the fence. Their litter names honoring America's best idea, national parks, all part of America's big birthday celebration. And these soon-to-be sled dogs were born on March 30th. Their names, Mesa, Sequoia, Rainier, Mammoth, and Teton. All beautiful national parks. The 6th one is Acadia from another litter who will be joining the pack very soon. The National Park Service says the dogs are bred to help rangers most efficiently and effectively patrol vast areas of the Alaskan wilderness during the long winter season. And they gotta get a lot of rest in.
A lot of snoozing right now.
To grow.
A lot of chill time.